Welcome to Cage Minds. I'm Mika Frankl, and today I'm talking with the Demon, Juan Gonzalez, fresh off a decision win at Rubicon 7. Sir, thank you for the time. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Thank you for having me on.
Of course, my pleasure. How was it getting back to competition, getting to compete again? First time in nearly 2 years.
Yeah, man. This whole COVID, man, really messed everything up. I was, after my last fight, I wanted to get back in there, but the COVID just made everything hard, and then getting a little out of shape, and then trying to get back into shape. It made it a little bit hard.
What was camp like? Was it different this time, trying to round back into shape?
I mean, not so much different. This fight we took it at 170, so it was a lot more of I got to focus a lot more on my my actual MMA side instead of for 55 I have to do a lot of running to make 55. So I got to focus on everything else more.
It had been 2 years when you had
Hmm.
that time to really evaluate your game and look at the holes where you wanted to improve. What was that process like?
Well, we knew what I had to. I had to try to evolve my striking game more. So I've been working with the boxing coach, Sergio, there at Luttrell's, and so that's where I spent the last couple months working with him. Trying to improve that, and that was the main focus for this fight. We were gonna try to stand up and use that, but I mean, we ended up wrestling a lot.
Coach Sergio Chavez, a New Mexico boxing
Hmm.
Hall of Famer. What has that
Hmm.
work been like to improve your hands?
Oh man, it's been crazy. I've realized, that where my striking was, and how much I've improved working with him, and how much more I can still learn and improve from there.
You mentioned in the fight, still a good bit of grappling, hitting the ground there with
Hmm.
Austin Jones. This one you mentioned at 170, still felt comfortable and
Yes.
confident with your grappling at that weight?
Yeah, I mean that's normally I feel pretty strong for my fights, and I knew it was coming up 15 pounds. I knew he was gonna be strong, and we were ready for that. We knew he was gonna be strong. He was gonna be a strong wrestler, um, and so we planned for that. That was the plan.
It had been, like we said, a while. The last opponent
Hmm.
before Mr. Jones had been Nicholas Mota. We see now he's taken it to the UFC. Did you feel like looking back at that fight, you were right there?
Yep, yep. I mean, first of all, yeah, Nicholas, man, yeah, he's doing good. He's doing awesome in the UFC. Yeah, man, I felt that if I would have been, I guess, just a little bit more prepared for that fight. I could have, I could have taken that victory, but hey, everything happens for a reason, and like always, I'm gonna keep grinding, keep working. I'm still looking right now for a fight. I'm still training, and I'm gonna come hard.
So no real vacation. It was already too much time away from action.
Yeah, that exactly. It's been already, like you said, almost 2 years. That I spent away. So I've been looking. I'm maybe might have something already lined up for December. Maybe even in November. So I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully, here I'll have a quick turnaround.
You've been in the gym, you've been working, so it wasn't like you hadn't been fighting, but how would you rate the performance after the 2 years off?
I think I did pretty good. It was, I mean, Austin, man, he was tough. I mean, he's the what number two ranked welterweight in Colorado. You know, he was on a what 2 or 3 fight win streak. So I think and I came up a weight class. So I think my performance was pretty good. Considering I hadn't fought in 2 years. I'm almost 38. I'm here 37, so I'm going strong. I think it was a really good performance for me, especially being away for so long.
Not calling you one of the old guys, same age as myself, but you're talking about that number. How much does that play with it that you're like, I'm out here competing still with some of these young, hungry kids coming up?
You know what? Yes, I am, competing with, people that are younger with me. But the thing is, I'm 37 and I started training when I was 27. So I'm only been, yeah, and I've had a couple, years off here and there, because I get injuries or hurt. So, I mean, I don't have as many miles as a lot of other fighters have, So, yes, I'm 37. I've been training for 10 years. But I feel like, I can still do this. I can still, hang with some of these guys.
And not feeling that 37 years old, not the creaking and the cracking when you're getting up in the morning?
Oh no, definitely. I feel that, I definitely feel those pains, after 30, you feel everything.
But still, none of this deterring you, still focused on the plan moving forward.
Nope. I'm still gonna continue. My ultimate goal is to, hey, hopefully I get to, grace, be able to fight in the UFC, and that's still my goal, and I'm gonna continue working for it, till till I know I can't no more. And right now I feel like I can still compete, so I'm gonna keep trying and keep going for it.
We know that from talking to you before, you're a pivotal part of the day-to-day running of the ranch up there at the BMF ranch. Recently, over the last couple of years, expanding your training. What has that been like working also with the Luttrell Yee squad here in Albuquerque?
Well, actually, just recently there's been some changes. I'm no longer at the BMF ranch. So actually, this last camp, even the camp before that, yeah, I did some training at the ranch, but most of it has been all from Luttrell's. Some work that I did, of course, with Shara, our strength and conditioning coach here at the ranch, with of course with Jafari, the rest. And with Harry with the jiu-jitsu, some of the stuff we're done with it. But most of my training MMA, it happens at Luttrell Yee's, Yeah, and for this last camp, man, a big part of it was Andres Quintana. He was a big part of my main sparring partner, everything for this camp.
What has it been about the training or the relationship with Luttrell Yee that you've liked?
Everything, man. That Luttrell, man, and Coach Yee have so much knowledge in the game, man, and it's helped me, evolve my game.
Sweet. Did you expect to find out? How did you guys meet up?
With Coach Yee, it was actually through Cowboy. Well, because I had asked Cowboy about because I knew I needed to start working more my striking, and this I've been working with Coach since 2019. At the beginning of 2019 is when I started doing all my mitt work with Coach Yee.
So far, you're liking the theory, you're liking everything you're learning and how it's adapting to your game?
Great, man. It's been great, man. Like I said, Coach Yee, man, he's so good with the kickboxing. He's helped me evolve, matching up my strike, my punching with my kicking, and with Coach Luttrell, man. He's so well versed with the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu, man. And like I said, now working with Coach Sergio, man, he's improved my boxing so much, man. I just feel like there's so much. I have come so far, and there's still so much more for me to learn, and I'm just gonna keep climbing, man.
It sounds like the demon is back on the scene, and he's coming to give everybody hell.
Hell yeah, that's the plan, and that's what I'm gonna work hard to do.
Again, Juan, congratulations on the victory. Glad to see you back. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for having me.